Hi guys, this is Super Dave coming at you with another mod for the Mark 43 boots slash shoes. Pretty simple mod, make them a lot more comfortable for you, and hopefully this will help a few people out versus what's how you guys got your stuff sent to you originally. What I'm going to show you is what I did for mine, and so far it's working out pretty good. So let's get started. First and foremost, here's the boot. What I did was I took off, as you can see here, took off the bottom, ripped it all out. Since this is the material that was used, all the hot glue that they did, and around this area here. So ripped all that out. Don't need it. No sense in even keeping it. It's garbage. It's just it's foam. It's just, what's the sense in even having that? Okay, so that's gone. As far as the boot goes, on the inside you can see how everything's made versus with the foam and the glue. Now what I've done, or what I'm currently doing, is I'm adding in a suede type material. As you can see here, here's the backing. Sticks pretty well, since give you a little bit of close-up with, so it's very porous, so that hot glue gun, place that in there, just like so. And of course, you do it layer by layer, not necessarily layer, but I cut it big enough to where you can cover things, and just little section by section, glue that in there. I also used vinyl, which is this here. I got from all this stuff I got from Joann Fabrics. Wherever you guys are from, check out your local fabric store. They might be able to help you, look for certain items. What I'm gonna end up doing with this, I'm gonna it's already a gray in color, so I figured what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a chrome metallic paint and paint that, so that'll come out pretty nice, just to match up this color, so you can see exactly. It's pretty close already, but I'm gonna go ahead and paint it just to have it match. And then the Velcro, the elastic, which is this, I'm gonna paint it gold just to give it a good look on the outside. So that'll work out pretty well. And so here's what I did. And then underneath where you see all this, so I went ahead and hot glued all this in. Cut. It's not necessarily cut to shape, but when you do glue it in, just trim it up, and it looks pretty decent. What I ran into was this right here. One of the corners was pretty bad. It ripped all the way up here, so underneath I actually used their glue that was already there, so it seems to be a pretty decent amount. So I went ahead and just added some of the stuff that I tore off from the bottom, and re-glued that there. And of course it's going to reinforce when I put the material in, with more glue. As much as I hate using hot glue, but it's going to be too much epoxy. So hot glue at this point is definitely your friend, since these are going to be basically shoe covers. The vinyl, once again, you can see, I did here, and it wraps, all the way around. Of course I have it covered with black, but you get the idea. On the outside, here's what we're looking at. And what I did was I went and bought me a new pair of hiking boots to build this around off. So here's my boot, okay, and as you can see, let's do it this way. So I cut to shape when I put everything right on top. So that's going to work out really nice. Not to mention the fact that when I got on the calf pieces, it really rubs like around my ankle area. For some reason it gets really tight, so get yourself high top type shoes, so that's going to rub there. But also too, at the same time, it'll when you got it covered here, it's going to rub instead of rubbing on the shoe. And then also you can just take your shoes out and wear those at your leisure. Let's see. One when cutting all this stuff off with the material, it does fray a little bit. So what I did was use lighter, you can see, and do the edge, and that cooks it off really nice, makes it nice and smooth, so you don't have to worry about it fraying or anything like that. So that does pretty good. And also, X-Acto knife is definitely your friend. This is a number 11. Let me get that focused. As you can see, X-Acto number 11. Sorry about that. And a pair of scissors if needed. So once you get all that material, looking at like that, this is a work in progress, but this will be your final product. Looking at it, so this is the right shoe. So let's give you an idea what that looks like, top to bottom and side to side. And definitely for comfort, you can see you're going to have plenty of tread. It's going to wear evenly, lots of room. As you can see where that's kind of kicked up, so when you're walking, you're really not scuffing anything up. So let's say that's pretty good, doing like that. And then the inside, that works out really well. I did it with a lot of tread. I like comfort, so I'm on my feet a lot at cons. So this is definitely going to happen. This is damage from the last event that I went to. There was like kind of gravel type surface, if you will, and it just really tore the living hell out of everything. So I'm going to repaint this. Lots of scratches, so you can see the damage of how everything wore. That was pretty bad. And originally I had these pieces here with the Velcro. And to show you, this actually went on the inside. Went on the inside just like this piece, and that's why I did the Velcro to keep it sticking right here. So this piece here went around in here, so it worked out pretty well. But I was like, well, let's look at it this, use the vinyl, a lot more flexible, don't have to worry about this. This is kind of flexible, but it's still pretty stiff. You didn't really notice it on your feet, but if I want to paint this red, I figured let's go for a metal look. So I'm gonna do a chrome, just like this here. So I'm gonna paint all this chrome, and it shouldn't really make that much of a difference since most of it's gonna be hidden anyway. I've been experimenting with some paint and getting kind of close, but it still gives a very rough look. But most of this is kind of covered when I got the lower leg pieces on. So I'm probably gonna end up putting another cover or something over this because it's just not coming out like I want. I'm gonna keep experimenting just a little bit, maybe do a repaint and get a little better look there. So you can see the discoloration because this is very smooth, and I'm about to sand this down and probably do another clear coat on this. Trying to fill in the gaps, it's just kind of bad. So it's just details to me or everything. See where this one had come apart, same thing. Trying to get everything fixed. That one's nice and tight. So it's still a work in progress, but for the most part, that worked out pretty good. I like how this came out. You can see the bottom, so it's you got tons of room for flexibility, and with the liner, you can see where it's right there on the shoe. That's how that's looking, but you're not going to see that when you're just walking around because it is a pair of shoes. So all this is covered anyway by the the lower leg portions with the flaps and whatnot. So that's going to work out really nice, and can't wait to put these on. For the most part, that's really about it as far as a mod goes. Turn these into just shoe covers. Optional. You could probably do maybe a piece of elastic. I would kind of leave it alone, but I was thinking, but you could do it like this to kind of maybe bring this in. Just an idea, but I'm going to leave it alone. there's no sense in even adding that in, because even if I want to take these out, I can and wear them where I feel like, and that way it's still, you know, just going to be a cover, so I don't have to really worry about, you know, tearing up a whole shoe or anything. So it's so far I'm almost done with with this one. I just got to finish with this material, and that's going to be really about it. Anybody's got any questions, you know, let me know. Write me, and I'll, you know, go over it a little bit more in depth. Not that I probably already didn't, but this should help you guys out as far as your footwork is concerned. With the other stuff, yeah, not so good. But anyway, thanks for watching the videos, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.